Hey everybody, welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Emily and I will be hosting you for the next hour. So I'm really excited that you're here. I'm excited to be here and I'm excited it's Friday. So if you're joining the stream, go ahead and jump in the chat. It's just gonna be me talking. So let's have a conversation over there. You can ask questions, you can give me ideas as we go throughout the hour. So just feel free to make yourself at home over there. If I'm looking this way, I am reading chat. And if I'm looking this way, I will be working. So hopefully that helps us distinguish. Or we'll give you whiplash or me whiplash. But yeah, I'm really excited everyone's here. So I'm going to show you just a little overview of what I do on my day-to-day. This is my website. It's not anything crazy, but this is my day-to-day of doing a lot of packaging, branding, brand support, brand development, graphics, and the like. So you can find me here or on Instagram at Emily Poulin. I don't know which one I'm more active on, probably Instagram, but this is a little bit of my work, a little collage work, a little bit more personal work, and just my life. So if you want to connect to either place, that would be awesome. And I'd love to see you there. But today we are going to be designing in Adobe Illustrator. My idea here, I'm going to open this new file so you don't have to look at all the crazy things I've been working on. My idea for this stream is going to be, well, it's a work with me. So we're just going to be working on something fun and not like super client related. And the idea is kind of a goal I've had for the new year, which was to be cooking more. I'm not sure if that was anyone else's New Year's goal. It's a great goal, but it's honestly something that's hard to like keep up with. And so I thought that it'd be really fun to make some recipe cards and like a grocery list and maybe like a meal prep sheet. So if you look at the description for this video, here's going to be like a little instruction piece here. If you read the description, there's going to be a Dropbox link, and in that link is going to be some illustrations that I've already prepared. So if you want to work along with me, if you want to take them and use them at a later date, totally fine. But those will be in the Dropbox link in the description for this video. Also, I want to shout out my mom because she has been mailing me recipe cards to help support me in this. And she has really nice handwriting. But these are kind of an inspo for not the design really, but just also like, oh, this is something that I could use and write down because a lot of times I feel like I'm on my phone and I don't like do it. I end up on Instagram or something, right? So if I write it down, it's a little bit easier. So that's a lot of backstory, but I'm excited to stream with you guys and just let's get to work here. So I'm going to open Illustrator and we're going to do this in print. So I'm going to go to inches and I'm going to name this, let's do New Year's goals recipes. Okay. And then I'm going to make this a 4x6. So I'm going to do a width of 6 and a height of 4. Oops. A height of 4. And I'm going to keep a bleed on here for at-home printing. So everything looks good there. We are in RGB. Probably want to be in CMYK because we're going to print these. But we're going to go ahead and click create. Chat, did you guys follow all of that? I know that was quite a lot to go through there. Patrick, Robert, Marcia, everyone's hanging out in chat. I love it. Branding, we feel bad for the cows. That's amazing. Okay, awesome. And hi, mom. Yep, my mom's name is Kyle, so shout out Kyle. She's an amazing woman and amazing recipe writer. Okay, so we have our page here, and I am going to go over and grab the illustrations that you guys are going to have in the Dropbox folder. I'm going to grab the PNG version that I exported from Photoshop. I drew them on my iPad, and then I've just exported them. So I'm going to bring them in here for you to show you. As a true work with me, this is how I would be handling a work with me. So I just dragged them over from Finder. Here, I'll bring it here so you can see them. Yay. So here's one. Oh no, I lost my Finder. Come back. Hold on. The mysterious tab bar. It's gonna stay on my other screen so that way I don't lose it. Okay, so here's my first one. I'm just gonna live trace these to make them into vectors really quickly and easily. And I do usually image trace and I do sketched art. If you have a white background, it also will pull out the white background because otherwise you have to like go through and like individually take it out. Oh, Andrew's in the chat. What's up, Andrew? So I went ahead, did sketched art, and then I'm gonna click this little recipe tab here, and I'm gonna adjust it a little bit because it came in like a little thick, I feel like. So I'm gonna pull down the threshold just to see if we can get a little thinner here. And then there's a lot of other little options in here. I'm happy kind of with how this is looking just because it was a really clean line to begin with. So I wouldn't really adjust these in like my typical workflow unless I was like, oh man, I'm really missing some details or like something doesn't look quite right. That's when I would probably mess around with those a little bit. But since these were like made for this and pretty user-friendly, we're just gonna go ahead and click expand. And so we have some here. And then I'm gonna ungroup these guys because we're gonna build out a selection here, a little library. And so if you downloaded the file, I don't know if all of these are in the file. I was like working on this and uploaded a file, and then I kept making more because I was having a good time. So if some of these are in there, amazing. If they aren't, I'm sorry. Feel free to make your own versions of these. But I'm just going to kind of follow the same process to get all of these in here. Go away, image trace. We have just a few more. I'm going to drag all three of these at the same time to get really crazy here. Amazing. I don't think you can image trace them all at the same time. Or if you did, it might get too crazy for you. So again, sketch art. I'm just going to get expand and not even go into a little recipe card because I don't think we need to. Expand. Yay, noodles. Yes. I made some pasta. I guess it might be kind of weird to do a pasta card because what if you're not making pasta? But, you know, I thought it'd be cute. And then I think I included some of these in the file, but these I'm envisioning as being like either a pattern on the outside, the lines for writing your recipe, and then some of these for like a meal prep sheet. That was kind of my idea with making those. Or, I mean, if you want to do other things with it, by all means. So if you're following along throughout this stream, I won't be able to see it now, but I'll be able to see it after. But if you are making anything, feel free to tag at Adobe Live and at me. And so we can see, not at me, but at my handle, at Emily Poulin, so I can see what you guys are making. Because it's always fun to see what people do with the same ingredients, but a different, you know, final result. Okay, so what I'm doing now is, now that I have my illustrations, I want to make sure that they're grouped together. Let me give you an example. Like this one's probably, oh, that whole thing is. So we're ungroup this whole thing. But say I want to just move this avocado. I don't want to have to like come back and make sure that the little pit is moving too. So I'm going to highlight both of them and I'm going to hit Command G, or you can right click and group as well. Like this one, and go file, undo group. Oh, they're already grouped. Amazing. Okay. So Command G again, Command G. So I'm just going to make sure anything with a detail or like a non-connected line, like these little cheese circles, are not going to be connected. So I'm going to, grab, perfect. I'm going to scale the cheese. I'm going to group the cheese. The carrot looks good. They're touching. This is not. So I'm going to group this guy. A little orange. I guess I don't know a lot of recipes that include oranges, but today we will find one. Okay. A little bowl, group him. Okay. And these guys, they're going to move around on their own. So this is kind of going to be where we're at. Oh yeah, that's a lot of moving pieces there. Amazing. How is the resolution going? I have not ruined any meals. That hopefully won't happen. It's been going pretty well. We've been doing like a Costco situation, you know, of like going to get a lot of food and then, you know, mostly cooking at home. So it is going well. But I will say like my biggest pitfall is like looking at a recipe and then getting distracted online. And so I feel like writing them down is really going to help. And I think it's fun. Like my mom mailing me these is like a little like collaboration in an analog way. And so maybe this is something, you know, you could do with your friends, like a recipe share or something. But it is really nice. It feels better. I feel better eating at home more, you know? Okay, so I have my little illustrations here and I'm gonna go ahead and start doing this one-sided card. So as I was working on these two, as I was thinking about doing this, I think two-sided would obviously be ideal, but I feel like at home printing, it's just really difficult to get them to line up correctly. So I'm gonna go for one-sided printing, and then I've seen examples too where the back is blank, and so I'm feeling better about that. But if you want to try and tackle double-sided printing, go for it, but it just might be a little more difficult. Okay, so I think I'm going to add the lines first, and I'm going to, oh, these are all grouped. Are they grouped? Yes, ungroup. Okay, so I'm going to grab these lines first because I'm imagining this is what we're going to write on. And I want these to feel really hand done, I guess, start to finish, but it might be too squiggly. Like if the line's not straight and the illustrations are kind of like crazy, and then you're writing on top of it, it might be too much. So we're going to see how this goes, but for now, this is the plan. Okay. So I'm going to bring these guys. I'm just going to stretch them, which is usually a no-go for illustration, but because these are lines and they're just for writing, it should be okay. So I'm just going to stretch them across. And I like that they're not all the same length, but this might be like too short, you know, to actually be usable. So I'm going to even these out a little bit. I feel like so I'm a freelance graphic designer and I absolutely adore the brands I work for. They're amazing and it's wonderful, but I very rarely design for myself. And so this is kind of a fun assignment to get to be able to design something for me, which being my own client is this whole other thing, but I think it'll be fun. At least we don't have to like communicate with the client, you know, I just know what I want, hopefully. Or we'll find out on the stream that I don't, and I could use a project manager. We'll see. Okay, so I'm just making these like a little bit thinner and adjusting them just the width like that. So if I pressed A, you could get all of the points, and you can see because this is a traced line that there's a lot of different points all over the place. So that's why we're just adjusting it the fast way, which is just going to be squishing it. which I would not recommend for doing for most things, but for this, again, an exception. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this down here. I'm gonna think that we're gonna need more lines than this. So I'm gonna grab or highlight all of these, and then I'm gonna go to my alignment panel, and I'm gonna go distribute objects, and I'm gonna click this middle one. And I'm gonna see if that's like writable. What do you think, chat? Does that look writable or does that feel chaotically small and squished? I might space it out just a little bit more. Was it like college ruled versus what's the other rule when you were in school? Do kids still write in school? My bigger question, or are we just using laptops? Okay, I'm gonna take out these top ones. Okay, she's looking good. I'm gonna bring these out a little bit more because I feel like the end here is looking a little raggedy. So let's even this out a little bit, but I do like that, it's not like super consistent and obviously computer generated. It feels a little more hand drawn, a little squish. Okay, that's what I thought. Let me just, maybe take out a couple of these. Let's do it this way. Also, I'm realizing I wasn't paying attention to YouTube chat. Hello, YouTube chat. I'm sorry. I think my husband joined that chat. Okay, amazing. All right, here's all of them. Actually, I'm going to get rid of one more here and scale this up. Amazing. Okay. You know what? No, I feel like it's still too many. We're going to just take out a random one. Distribute again. Okay. Maybe it was better before. I feel like there's a lot of lines that go on a recipe. I guess I should have like counted some, but okay, I'm gonna go like this. And then I think I'm actually gonna try and put a little illustration here in the corner. So I'm gonna just highlight these. I'm gonna do the whole part and just drag it over. And then maybe I'll do some up here. I didn't really have a strong plan of what I was gonna do. I just was like, you know what, I'll have illustrations, and then we'll just figure it out as we go. So that's what we're just gonna create together, which is how most projects go, So maybe this one will be like ingredient themed because I feel like I have some like ingredients and then I have some like kitchen items. So maybe this one will be like more so ingredient focused, and then the other one will be kitchen items, etc. And then we'll do a pasta one. Okay, I'm gonna move pasta to its own area so I know to come back and grab pasta and make its own little thing. Okay, so then I guess orange can go on here. Oh, maybe carrot. Carrot feels better. Here, carrot. And I'm gonna do this in black and white for now because I do think that's like the most printer friendly version. But if we want to do these in color and then add more color, like 2, 3 colors, we can do that too. But for now, I just want to start this way. And then I envisioned these little stars for the meal planning, like 8.5 by 11. But I think it looks cute here, so I'm gonna add it in. I also think I'm gonna grab these little exclamation points and bring these little dots in there. Does anyone in chat have really big plans for cooking this weekend? Any exciting things on the menu? If you do, let me know, and I'll send you this recipe card, and then you can send me the recipe back, and then we will have a cooking club. Okay. Cute. I'm liking this. I'm just gonna add these for a little detail. Okay, great. I feel like this is like a decent first side. I was gonna do a typeface that I already have, I think, but I did want to see what fonts we have on Adobe Fonts. So I'm gonna go back here, say I had my website, and go to Adobe Fonts. And then let's just go to all fonts and see what we have in store today. I feel like some calligraphy could be really fun to feel like a fancy recipe, But let's see. Let's see our other options. I really like this panel because I think typically I would go through and be a little bit more specific, like just sans serif, just this. And so I like that these ones give you like a little bit more of a personality. I think it just helps me get outside of my like initial, like type families, I guess. So let's do friendly. Let's have a friendly recipe. Ooh, that's really cute. Oh, I was like, why does it say that? I was working on another brand. Let's do recipes here at the top so we can see recipe. Did I spell that correctly? Recipes. I before E. I think that's right. Something doesn't look right. Let's see. Chat, let me know if this is how you spell recipes. I think this one's really cute. I'm gonna add Roca. I think that's like the perfect vibe I'm looking for. It's like a little retro, a little bit not. Oh, a lot of these are really cute. Chat, if you have any suggestions too of like favorite fonts from Adobe, let me know and I will go find them. I have this one, Monarcha is how I say it, or maybe it's Monarcha. I hate when you like use things and you never say them out loud and then you have to say it out loud and you're like, wait, is that the right way? Okay, I'm gonna use the Roca one for now. I did really like that one. So I'm gonna jump back over to Illustrator and it should have already generated for me. So I'm gonna write recipes. Amazing. And then we're gonna go Roca. Okay, Cody says that's right. All right, and Peter, thank you guys. I got really worried there. I went ahead and installed the whole font family, so we have a lot of options here. I didn't think I would like italic, but I kind of do. Okay, let's do regular italic so it's not too crazy. Recipe, I guess it's usually like one, right? Now it looks even crazier without the S. That's wild. Okay, maybe light. Yeah, I think I like light. Let's zoom out and see. Is this taking up too much space? Oh, I guess normally you leave a little line, huh? So it can, you say like what the recipe is. You don't just leave it as the title. And that is why it's important to think about design use to make sure that in the end, this is actually going to be workable for somebody. Okay, I'm gonna add another star here. The sparkly carrot. The special ingredient in every meal is a sparkly carrot, I guess. Okay. I don't know what we're making here. We have lemon or an orange, we have cheese and a carrot. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna add, let's not do that line because it's too close. So let's do this other line. I'm gonna add a little colon here. Cute. Okay. I feel like these might be a little bit close together. Maybe this is just too big. Let's see. This is at 33, and that might be a little big. Let's bring it down to 30. And then even this guy out. What do we think? Do we think there should be a line there, or do we think it should just be open and you kind of like freeform that in? I don't know. Oh, wow. People are writing a recipe. Oh, wow. Someone's spelling recipes real crazy. You're going to throw me off. But we're writing a TV show now. I love it. Oh, how many it serves, time to make. Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, perfect. Serves. Maybe let's make these tinier in the corner. Oops. That might be too heavy. Let's do Roman. I'm going to give my type panel and I'm going to do all caps. That might be serving too crazy. Let's see. Let's do, I like a grotesque. I feel like a grotesque will complement this well. How I usually pair my fonts is looking like what's the width of the letter and does the width of the letter look similar enough, and that it doesn't feel like too disjointed. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do Open Sans. Open Sans is very cute. Yes, that feels a little bit better. And then I'm gonna space this out maybe 50. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe like time. Time to make sounds long. Is there another word that we could use here? Like, I guess time. I don't know. Let me know if you guys think of something else here. But I think this is cute. And maybe let's add a little box. I'm gonna make a little box for us out of I'm gonna Frankenstein a box out of these lines here. Cool. I'm gonna just cut this one. Woo. Awesome. And I'm gonna leave them a little bit long so it feels like hand drawn again. And then I'm gonna use the Pathfinder tool over here. Oop, Pathfinder. And merge those together. So now we have a little shape. Amazing. Cute. Okay. I think that fits now. Maybe this isn't all caps. Maybe this is lower caps or lowercase. Except I typed these, so it did that. Okay, time. Awesome. And yeah, if you're just joining the chat, we're really excited that you're here. We are doing a work with me, a take your Adobe Live group to work with you. And so we're making recipe cards. And there are some illustrations that I pre-made for you guys, and they're going to be in the description for the video if you want to just look there. Not all of them are in there, but a good amount of them are in there if you want to be working along with me. I'm going to use hit minus to get the subtract tool from my pen tool so I can delete some of these points. Looking good. That's too pointy. I'm going to round it. Ooh. I just want to make sure these don't look too, like, I just cut them, you know, too freshly cut. Subtract tool again, or minus tool. And bring that down. Whoa. The good thing about hand drawn is that it hides a lot of mistakes, you know? Okay. But it also looks really cute. So I'm a big fan. All right, let's delete these. Get this going. The width is pretty crazy, like it's very uneven, but I think that works again for our purposes here. So awesome. Okay. This is looking good. Time serves a recipe. Let me zoom out again. All right, I'm liking this for a first draft. I think this looks good. I'm gonna leave this open and that way you could write, like say it's a really long recipe. I'm going to reference my mom's recipe cards here. Some of these are very long and she went 2 lines, and some of these are very short and she only went 1 line. So I'm going to leave that open for interpretation. So if you need to squeeze a lot in there, you can, but if not, this will be good as well. Okay. So let's make then, I was envisioning making like a little grocery list. And so I think we're going to try and make a copy of all of these. And then when we have, if we have more time, hopefully we'll go back through and make some other options. So I think I'm going to do like okay, we have paper is an 8.5 by 11. So maybe 4 by 9. Is that too long? That feels like grocery list size, right? I think so. Maybe a little bit tall. If we did 4 by 8, whoops, 4 by 8. Why is it not going 8 to 8? If we have 4 by 8, that feels a little more printer friendly. So let's try that for now, and then we'll come back. Okay. So let's do grocery list. Maybe it should just be like to buy, but I'm being very specific. I feel like, right, they say for goals, if you want to achieve your goal, you have to be very specific. So we're gonna do grocery list. It's going CVS receipt. That's crazy. It'll be infinitely long. Okay, grocery list, perfect. I'm just gonna copy all of these and bring these over. So I'm holding Option Shift, right? Am I doing Option Shift? Yeah, Option Shift drag. Oops. So I have them all highlighted. I'm gonna hold Option Shift click and then drag. See that there's like 2 little arrows together, and that means that they're copying. Since these are a little bit wacky because we did the random scaling over here, I'm going to use my align tool and align those center. Actually, I'm going to align center to our, oh, wrong artboard. This artboard, please. Okay, I'm going to try that again. Align center, amazing. And I'm going to just drag these in from the side. This is so cute. I love it. Okay. I actually I went grocery shopping last night because I do some other things in design, just a few. And I used a printed list. I feel like I actually, not printed, I just handwrote it, obviously, but it was a lot faster. So I think this is the way to go. I feel like every time I open my phone, I'm just like, texting someone back or doing something else. So I don't know, maybe it's like the brain mind body connection or something, All right. Or maybe we're getting too deep on the grocery list here, but I think it's working out. Okay. This is cute. I'm liking this. I almost feel like this isn't a branded item, but I'm like, oh, we should put like the social media at the bottom, but I don't know what we would be doing social media to, but there's space here. So chat, if there's something that you think should go down here, let me know. Yes, Peter, that happens to me too. Yeah, if you don't have a list, as soon as you get in there, you're like, wait, what was I here to buy? Or you buy a lot of random things. So this is a good one. Wow, someone's joining from Ecuador. Thanks for joining. Okay, I think for this one, we can use all the illustrations, so Pasta can come and join this one. I'm not sure how this is going to work. In my mind, maybe they go off the edge, so it like kind of bleeds off. I think that could be kind of cute. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to feel really crowded, and we don't want that. These were supposed to be shell pasta. I don't know if it's going to look like a shell pasta on its own. It might look a little bit odd. Also looks a little thicker than everything else, I guess, because it was tinier. Whoops. Can I grab the outside? Yes, I can. Okay, because this is a compound shape, I'm just going to grab the outside and bring it in a little bit. Compound shapes mean that there's like 2 shapes merged together. And so if I move this, right, you'll see that this was one shape and this is another shape, and they were like punched out of each other. So because that's available to us and the data is there, I'm just going to bring that in a little bit as like a quicker way to kind of even out that line width. There's a lot of other ways you could do it. You could do individual points. You could do all sorts of things. I'm also going to hide this weird transition that happened on this little bow tie pasta. This one I know is definitely in your illustration list. So if you're liking the pasta, go over there and make sure that you have it. I think this is going to look too chaotic on here. So, well, maybe the noodle pile can come and join. Or it looks like we really made a mistake. One of the two. I'm going to leave it on there for now, but we'll come back. Okay, I think pasta needs his friend, so they feel like they're having a little good time up here. So cute. Okay, maybe Shell needs his shell friend as well. This also may look like a Mario Kart turtle. Okay. Cute. And maybe little elbow guys get to come over here too. On our pasta list or on our shopping list is only pasta. That is my kind of household. Just kidding. Okay, cool. Let's do something like maybe 3 pastas is too many. Whoops. So I'm just moving these around using the selection tool. Nothing fancy on these guys. That's cute. We're gonna have to see. So right here, if you were kind of new to Illustrator or you're wanting to learn Illustrator, so the white is my artboard and then the red line is my bleed line. And so this is where when you go to print it, they're gonna cut where the white is and then the red line is there to give a little bit of wiggle room. So if you're cutting a big stack of papers, there's usually like a shift. And so this is gonna help prevent that. And if you're printing, the printer doesn't always hit correctly. And so this gives you like a little bit of leave room basically. But when you look at it, you wanna make sure that you're not accounting for that area because otherwise it probably won't be there if it's important information. So if you're ever looking at a die line and you're a little confused on the lines, those are what they are. So this is like the printable space is the white area, and then the red line is the bleed line. And then I guess the black would be the cut line. Cool, cool. Okay. The little whisk is so cute. We're gonna have to bring that in, but oh, you know what would be cute? Okay, we're gonna make a second grocery list after this. Oh, Peter's off to the grocery store. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Just kidding. But you can use these and download them if you would like. Maybe I'll upload them to the Dropbox. I'll see if my friend can upload it for me. And then you guys could have this and go print it off and use it. Or hopefully you're designing along with me here and you're making your own. Okay, a little toast. Can't forget more bread. We're having a very one-sided diet here. Fork and knife are so cute. They're going to join. Maybe you have to buy new forks. Oops. Okay, fork. The knife looks very scary at that angle, so we're going to make it friendlier. Okay, coffee can definitely go on here. Awesome, cute. This might be too many things, so we're gonna put everything on here. My idea with this one was that it was like a lunchbox, but it kind of looks either like a treasure chest or like a toolbox. So I'm just gonna delete that one altogether and pretend that that one was not on there. All right, little orange gets to come on here for sure. Cute, loving this. It's looking a little weird with like the spacing though, huh? So maybe we're gonna do just some like casual grouping. So we'll say like noodles here. Noodles, squiggle noodles has to go. Too confusing for this round. Orange is very cute. Maybe bread comes out and orange gets to be with his avocado friend there. Okay. Cute. Knife, very cute. Okay, everyone's looking good. Feeling more grocery here, less distracted by the random things. Maybe this one's a little more spaced out. Chat, what do you think? Do you think this is like a good enough or would you want, I have a spoon too. Let's put the spoon on here. Oh, crazy spoon. Oh wow, we're naming pastas in there. Fusilli, Capolini, maybe? Treasure chest for my snack. Yes. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted the treasure chest. Okay. Little awkward. Oh my goodness. Stretching the spoon like crazy. Okay, I think this is a nice balance to it. I feel like as you look at it, it doesn't feel too like scattered or anything, but maybe there's missing something like right here. Maybe pasta comes down a little bit. Maybe bread. Bread gets to come up to the top. Or maybe it's knife. Maybe knife is our no, it's not knife. Knife was not the answer. All right. That's cute. Okay. Something's not quite right up here. Maybe noodles come up top. Are we going food pyramid here? Or like carbs at the top and then okay. Don't take your health advice, please, from this stream. If there's any takeaway, just take away that illustrations are cute and help us stay organized. All right, awesome. All right, Cody says it looks good. So if Cody says it, then I feel like we're doing good. This orange looks too thin, so I'm gonna use our same little trick here, but I'm gonna do it the opposite way. I'm gonna grab the inside of the compound path by clicking a million times, not really, like 3 times. I'm just gonna bring this in a little bit. So I'm holding Option Shift to drag inside the shape, and that's gonna pull it together a little bit more. And that just makes it feel a little bit thicker. So when I was drawing these, since I was doing it by hand, I didn't do them all at the same scale, right? Like I was squeezing something in the corner or something like that. So that's why they're a little bit different sizes, but there's nothing that we can't fix in Illustrator. So, okay, this is super cute. I love it. I think it just needs one less pasta. Maybe that's what it was. This is very cute. I'm a big fan. I'm like, do you need the date? I don't think you need the date on anything. Oh, comment from YouTube. I think you need some dairy in there. You're so right. All I have right now for dairy is a piece of cheese. So we should do that. If we have more time, we're going to make sure that happens there. I'm going to scale see if this works. Ah, yes. Okay, perfect. I'm scaling my YouTube now so I can see your guys' chat. Oh, Jim Poulin. That's my dad. Amazing. Awesome. Okay, cool. Sorry, YouTube. I was really neglecting you guys over there. Thank you for participating. Okay. I had a really fun idea that I want to do really quick here. So I'm going to drag this over and I'm going to just shift click and, or not shift click, I'm just dragging and clicking and highlighting these. I really want to use this pattern that I made over here. I feel like, I don't know why, it's just like such a classic pattern, like the gingham checker pattern, I feel like is such an iconic like food recipe pattern. I think it looks a little bit crazy here not being filled in. So I'm going to go ahead and release these compound paths by right clicking, release compound path, and it should fill them in. And these ones that didn't fill in is because it was not a true compound path because these were not touching. So I'm going to use the blob tool. There's a lot of ways you could do this, but the blob tool is my favorite because it just takes all of the paths and merges them together. Versus if you were to use like the paintbrush or other like pencil tool, it doesn't merge them for you, but this does automatically, which is nice. So I'm going to click on these again, right click, release compound path. And so now all of these are filled in, but it does leave these little like the filled version of it. So I'm going to just highlight all of these and then come to Pathfinder and then merge those together. See, doesn't it feel like pizza, not to name more carbs, but doesn't feel pizza-y. I feel like it feels like, you know, the checker tablecloth and kind of like an old restaurant feel. I think this is really cute. So I'm gonna, how do I want to merge this pattern? I think that looks good. So I'm just gonna use my eraser and then cut it here maybe. So I'm gonna do a rough cut, like we're movie editors, just kidding. Okay, and then I'm gonna use the subtraction tool on my pen tool by pressing minus just to clean these up a little bit. And I'm gonna use A as a direct select to just grab these pixels and move them around a little bit. Because again, it's hand-drawn, it can look a little goofy. I think the goofier, the better for this. But okay, yeah, no need for date, perfect. Ooh, we're having a lot of pasta playouts. I like that. Maybe we should have just done like a pasta theme one here. We'll do pasta night next time for my work with me. And I'll just actually be making pasta. Okay, I'm thinking this could go, yeah, see what I'm thinking here? I think that's really fun. I'm gonna flip this by holding shift and grabbing the corner. So shift is gonna keep it, oh, actually, yeah, whoops. Oh, actually, you don't need to hold shift. I don't know why I hold shift out of habit, I guess. But that keeps it in the same location. I'm gonna highlight all of these by just selecting and dragging, selecting. And then I have aligned to artboard on, which is what I want. So I'm gonna click align and just make sure everything is like falling into place here. This is feeling a little bit tight, so I'm gonna delete that bottom one and move this down so that our grocery list title can feel like it has a little bit more room. I think that's really cute. And I think that we should make a recipe card to match that really fast. So let's do like a little duplicate here. So I'm clicking my artboard tool and I'm gonna click on this first artboard. I'm gonna name this one actually, sorry. We'll do ingredient, because ingredient is what I'm gonna call the design. So ingredient 4x6 card. And then this will be, what do we make this? 4x8? Okay, grocery, whoops, groceries with a C, grocery, grocery or ingredient, I guess, sorry. Ingredient, that's gonna be our SKU name, 4x8, and then this will be list, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that name here, and this one's gonna be like checker though. So checker, checkered, checker, checker. Perfect. Okay, so then I'm gonna duplicate by using my artboard tool. I'm gonna click on this first one. I'm gonna hold Option Shift, I check my keys there, Option Shift and drag it. And so that's gonna duplicate my whole artboard for me. That way we don't have to like copy the design, everything is aligned the same. And then this one's gonna be checkered or checker. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna leave some elements in the same place, but we're gonna move these guys. And I'm thinking maybe our checker here is only on one side. So I think I'm gonna put it on this left side. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm gonna change my alignment tool to align to selection. I have all these selected. I'm gonna left click, or sorry, I'm gonna click here on the align left tool. And that's gonna push everything to one side. And so I just wanna get these in a similar place. So I'm gonna pull this over. I'm gonna drag these ones out a little bit. Perfect. And drag this one over. Awesome. Maybe I'm gonna make these a little more even. So in my day-to-day job, I do a lot of, brand support and things like that. But a lot of that does look like, I'm actually working for a company right now. I work for this really awesome olive oil company called Brightland. They make amazing, really amazing California olive oil, but they're working on some recipe cards. And so I was actually doing some for them yesterday. And all that to say, very fun, love doing it. But there's a lot of my job that looks like repeating like the same design. And so how can you make the same design work or like the same elements work for multiple designs, right? So for a recipe card, how do we have, 10 recipes that are going to be able to be printed in the same layout? And like, how do you figure that out? And so I think a lot of design is figuring out how do we take the same things, but make sure that they work in a system and in a pattern and all that kind of thing. So real life examples for you there. Ironically, the same thing, but I mean, that happens the same, with like Instagram or, emails, right? Like things that you're designing that are pretty similar. Like, how do you make sure that these work when it's not just the same thing, but a little bit different each time? I don't know if that looks too heavy on there. Maybe I'll pull this over this way. Do you guys like it aligned left or aligned right? I'm gonna put both and then chat. You let me know if this looks too crazy in general, if checkered should not be a system here, or if right or left looks better. I'm gonna take a sip of water here while everyone thinks on that. Okay. I think I like the left. Oh, okay, we like aligned right. All right, aligned right. The first one to speak wins, so we're gonna delete this one. It does kind of, I guess, like carry this like weight of the rectangle there, maybe. Okay, so now we have our grocery. Should I group these different? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll pull this one down so they're with their buddy. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna do an 8.5 by 11 now. And so this is gonna be like our meal planning sheet here. So I'm gonna do 8.5 width by 11 height. Awesome. And then I'm gonna name this one, what are we doing? Ingredient first, I guess. Ingredient. Yep. Okay. 8.5 by 11. And then this will be, oops, I have too many X's. 8.5, whoops, by 11. And then this will be sheet, I guess. So we have card, list, and then the sheet. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to do same title, carry that. Oops, I stole it. I want to copy it and carry it over here. We're going to do this as a meal plan, maybe meal prep, or maybe we'll do weekly planner. Chat, if you have an idea or like you use a weekly planner or like a meal planner, let me know if you've like used them and have preference. I am leading myself on this, so this could be terribly wrong, but this is what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning like these are the ingredients we need. These are the meals we're gonna make, and I think that would be it. And maybe like a check mark of like if we did it or not. So let me know. But we're getting crazy. They said align center. I don't think we can align center on that one. So I'm going to leave that one as is. Okay. So this is going to be here. And then I'm going to use our secondary font here, pull this over, and I'm going to, whoops, not stretch the type. We would never do that. I'm going to write ingredients. Oop, ingredients. And this is where you guys can tell that not all designers can spell. Okay, I'm going to do caps here. Yeah, that feels right. Awesome. We'll do ingredients. I'm going to make sure this is aligned. This actually, okay, we can align center on this one. I think that'll work fine. This is too many lines though. I feel like I would not be able to write a single ingredient. So I'm going to space these out, highlight all of them. Distribution here. Yeah, that feels good. And then we'll do like maybe meals here. Okay, hold on. If we're using our type hierarchy here, I think this typeface should be like meals, but we'll make it smaller and maybe italic to give us like a little bit of a lower hierarchy, of a subheader, if you will. That means ingredients is also going to have to be this. So I'm going to use the eyedropper tool, and select here. And the eyedropper tool is going to pick up any of the styles or formatting that we have going on here. So we'll do ingredients, and we'll do meals, and then I'm going to carry this over to one thing I'm thinking as I'm starting this, which I feel like design is always trying to anticipate, when is this going to not work? I think this might be too many lines. Like this just might feel like not fun to use. So maybe what I'm going to do here instead, I'm going to take these lines off. I am going to make this into a box. So I'm going to use our little lines that we already have. And I'm going to turn this into just like a free form writing area to see if that helps us like break this down better. And chat, if you have any ideas or requirements for your weekly meal planner, you let me know. Maybe days of the week needs to go on here or something like that. Okay, maybe this goes in here. No, I like it above. Okay, cool. Meals. We're gonna align this to the left just because there's a lot of like craziness going on here. I feel like we should have it aligning somehow. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe this will be centered. I'm okay with that so far. And maybe this is like spaced out. So like, oh, maybe these are days of the week. So like, okay, we'll do Sunday. Ooh. And then I'm going to use eyedropper again and highlight over here. So we have that. I'm going to scale this down because 15 is pretty big. It doesn't look big on here, but when you print it, you're going to be like, wow, why is that so big? Okay, we'll do Monday. I don't know what day you start your week on. Everyone, I feel like, does it a little bit different. Tuesday. But what really throws me off, I think it's like Google Calendar or something, like starts on a Monday. And so I always, or starts on a, yeah, it starts on Monday. So the weekend's like double at the end or something like that. I don't remember which one it is, but every time it really throws me off. Wednesday. But we're going to go for just like the straightforward one that feels like it makes, whoops, more sense. Okay, Thursday. Oop, not two Ds. Friday. That's today. Whoops, Friday. Amazing. Friday. And then we'll copy these again for Saturday, Sunday. Saturday and Sunday. Amazing. Oh yeah, see, someone bought the calendar that starts on a Monday. It's so confusing. I had a heart attack yesterday because I was looking at my calendar wrong and I was like, oh wait, was I supposed to be live streaming yesterday? And thankfully I was not because I was busy. Yeah. I feel like you just need to pick one and stay consistent with it. Okay, line this up. I'm gonna pull these down. The name of the stream could be, is that spacing look right? Could you write in this in this space? It may look too crazy. Maybe what we should have done is like just the letter. I think that would have been kind of nice too, but I'm into this. Okay, I think that looks great. So this will be like the name of what we're making, right? That's going to coordinate with our recipe card. I like that. And then this is the ingredients that we need. What else would go on here then? Maybe like, maybe this needs to be, maybe we partition this one out. I'm not sure. Oh, Cody, you like calendars that start on Monday. Okay. Oh, I could see that they're both on. Okay, that makes sense. That's difficult. Aaron says he doesn't trust people who start on Sunday. Aaron, I start on Sunday, I think. I don't actually know. Okay, great. Weekly planner, we have not made much progress on this. I'm gonna start bringing in some illustrations and then we'll see. I'm gonna put these in a different place so that they don't feel like whatever. Weekly planner, I think this definitely needs a date. So let's put a little line under here that's gonna be like week of. Maybe just move all this down so that'll make some room here. Ooh. I'll also put like date and then people could, oops. Oh, you know what we could do just to prompt people? Why don't we just put slashes? I feel like that's like, well, actually, I'm thinking like, should we leave room so like if someone wants to write like in letters, January something, or should we just do like this to prompt people of like what space they should fill in? What do you think? I'm gonna do this for now. I feel like I could like that. I'm not gonna do that. That does not look good. I'll just do date. Date. Cute. Okay. Or maybe it should be like week of or something like that. But that'll do for now. Cool. All right, back to our ingredients coming on over. Wow, this hour has really flown by, you guys. And our recipes are coming together though. We've been making the most of our time. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been really fun. And I really appreciated your help because I really did have some burning calendar questions here. Okay, as we scale these up, they're getting a little bit heavier than I would like. So I'm going to use the compound path trick here and kind of just scale this. The only thing, this wouldn't work super well if you were doing like really clean drawings because as you can tell, it's kind of like a little wacky. But this is gonna work. Sorry, I got really focused on that line. This is gonna work because of the type of illustration. So as you work, it's important to, make note of like what's available to you and what is gonna work for your situation. Okay, I love our little rolling pin. It did not get enough time in the sun, so we're gonna bring that one over. This looks, I think, a little too crazy. This one's gonna have to wait for pasta card. Chat, if you have any ideas of what to fill in this space, anything that's like really important. If not, I might just make like more writing space available to us. I'm not sure. So let me know what you guys think. If there's like a really obvious solution here that I'm not thinking of. Maybe we break out like dairy for our dairy friend, or like maybe we break down like aisles or like, vegetables or like something if that would help you while you're shopping, maybe. Not sure. Or I feel like trying to hit like certain food groups or something. I don't know. Some health goals, good New Year's things. Okay. So this one is going to just be a little bit crazier, I feel like. And then maybe we do like a more pulled back one that isn't as illustration heavy. Obviously, we'll do our checkered one, so that one will be a little more calm. I'm gonna grab our cheese. Cheese gets to come over. Whoops. Wee. And I'm thinking the end we'll just export PDFs. I feel like that would be helpful. Maybe, okay, I made these little checklists as an idea of like you would have like ingredients that you would like need to like cut or like sorry, not cut, like check off like when you went to the store or something. But I feel like there should be something that we're like getting done, you know, I feel like that would make it feel like really productive. I'm trying to think of what that would be exactly. Ooh, a water tracker. Brenton, that's a great idea. Also, so glad you're in the stream. Okay, let me do, yeah, oops. I'm doing option shift drag. Okay, water tracker. Ooh, Tarker tracker. Awesome. Okay, and then we'll just grab the, you know what, maybe we make this like another little box like this. I guess this would only track like per day. Wow, our lines are getting real tiny. We're gonna outline these and see if that helps or add a stroke to it. It might be too crazy. No, that's passable. Okay, let's do like 1.5 maybe. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna be like productive enough because this would just track like I drank water on Monday, you know, so we might need to break this out or we could do this per day maybe. Let's start and let's see. So we would need 7 regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Well, let's make these a little bigger. Spread these out, and then I'm gonna highlight all of them. I'm gonna click align like this, distribute. I'm gonna rotate some of these because when they're all facing the same way, it's really obvious that I just copy and pasted, but this is gonna make it look a little more like unique and different. Okay. They might look a little too chaotic, but I'm gonna come here and grab a letter from here and just copy paste. And I'm gonna do days of the week for now, but maybe we copy this like a couple times. Let's see. Tuesday, oops. Come here. I started on Monday. Oops. Chat's gonna go crazy. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh wow, yeah. See, like now we're gonna have Saturday and Sunday next to each other. Maybe we'll leave some variety to really confuse people. Just kidding. That's really not helpful. Okay, we'll do an S there too. Yeah, variety is the spice of life, but the confusion of people trying to use calendars. Okay. I'm gonna pull this over. Okay, you could put a line to write your ounce goals and a box to check when you hit it. Ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, someone's asking why you would track water. I feel like Brenton, if you want to answer, you're more than welcome to. Brenton's a yoga instructor, so I feel like he would have a lot of insight on that. But it's just good for you. I feel like as like, especially like an office worker, I feel like you forget, you know, if you're not being active to like drink water. So this I feel like is like, and who doesn't want like a checkbox that you can like just check off, you know? Okay, wait, what was our, we write an ounce goal and a box to check when you hit it. Okay, so this would be like 8 ounces. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 in here. I'm gonna see about getting you guys these files after we're done here and uploading them to like where the link was originally. And if that happens, you'll be able to like check this off yourself. Ooh, not 9 ounces, 8 ounces. Oh my goodness, sorry. My microphone's like right where my keyboard is, so it's a little bit hard for me to see it. So we're gonna do it like this then. I see what you're saying. I think this could work. How many you're supposed to drink 64 in a day, I think, or like somewhat recommended. I think there's actually an equation. So 8 times 7 is 56. So we would need one more. Not me doing math and science here. Meanwhile, just a designer. Okay, outline this. I'm gonna rotate this one. And then I think maybe we could do like, this would be Monday then. I'm gonna use the eyedropper tool. But I'm gonna make this lowercase, Monday, to match our branding. So I could see this working 2 ways. If we did this, we have a lot of space, so let's use that for now. Maybe I'll make this a little bit smaller. I would come back in if we had a little bit more time or a lot more time, because this needs some refinement. I would come back in and I think like make these look a lot more even. Like this, like the weight of the boxes versus like this bigger box kind of. But I think that we would just track or like copy this then, right? Oops, not that part. Bye. Okay. Cool. Okay. Maybe like that. All right, guys, we have about 5 minutes left. So what fun things can we make happen? Let's see if we can build out our water tracker and then maybe just fill in the rest of our illustrations. Maybe we'll just do weekdays on this. You gotta be really serious about your water here, but this means you're also looking at your meal plan every single day, all day, every day, which maybe will keep you more on track. I don't know. But we're gonna leave this here as a good idea because it really was a good idea and it's filling in our space. And I think also sometimes you have to use a design to know if it works or not. So maybe we'll test with this and then we'll see how we feel about it going forward. But maybe this is something you trade out on yours for something else. I really like that F. These are cute. I like the italic. I'm gonna align these because they look a little bit crazy. Perfect. We have our water. Okay. So I'm gonna move these illustrations around a little bit to fill in the space since we actually ended up using more of it. Oh, Brenton, that was your health goal for the new year. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna pull this over. This is really cute. I think this is fun. Even if this isn't like the best organization for it or the best copy on there yet, I think we really made something fun. I would definitely put this up in my kitchen. I would put this on my fridge, you know? I would download this. I think it's fun. Okay, little bow tie guy, he can come over here. Maybe a little squiggle guy can join. He needs to be on something. He's gonna go down there. Okay, I'm gonna highlight these and bring these up a little bit since we have a little room. This is really cute. Okay, I'm liking this. Let's see, how are we doing on time? Oh, we have 4 minutes or so. That means we can keep going. Okay, how does that look? I feel like that's looking pretty good, pretty balanced, maybe a little bit heavy in this corner. Maybe the coffee is too much. Maybe we'll give a little breathing room. Again, imagine that you can't see this edge, so that stuff will not be printed or it won't be on the final design. It's just there for now. I also thought this could be fun, like having little like circles, but I guess you'd have to do that like digitally, right? Like make sure you buy these or like, I don't know. I thought they would be good for something, but have not found a use yet. Oh, and we have to use our little whisk. Okay, well, we're gonna make this, we're gonna duplicate this, Option Shift Drag, and then delete these guys out because we're gonna try and add the checkerboard version really fast and just see if we can make that happen. Which again, this is a really fast way to version things out for your client if they're like, we need options. Now you have options. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna do this up here, but I'm gonna use a smaller version that I originally made. So I'm just gonna scale this up. We're gonna release the compound path. We are going to merge that back together. Then remember our little tool here with the blob brush tool. Release this inside part. Awesome. Drag this over and then I'm going to reflect it the other way. So I'm going to click it, hold shift and flip it around just to make sure it looks a little bit different. This one's so fun. I really like this one. Okay, actually we'll bring this bigger version that we already have. The scale of these, I just want to make sure the scale of these looks similar. Awesome. Which can be something that you can mess up if you're just dragging in from other uses. Oops, I forgot the ounces. We're gonna be so hydrated, that's crazy. Okay, scale this down. I'm gonna make sure that these, oops, I'm gonna click on all three of these and use the eyedropper tool to sample this one since we scaled it down. So that way they all look the same size. Again, as we're scaling, we just wanna make sure that they look cohesive. And then I'm gonna hold Option Shift and drag this one over. And we're gonna use the eraser again to just clean this off. Right here, gonna cut it, delete this one, and then make this corner, whoops, make it crazy. Cool. Awesome, this is looking great. And then I'm gonna merge these together. I think they're touching. Yeah, perfect, okay. And then I'm gonna align these using the align tool to the center of my page. This looks great. Okay, I'm gonna just scale this down, I guess, or drag this down. Maybe bring this up. This looks awesome. Oh, I forgot that line. These look really cute. Okay, so we're gonna do a little review. Oh, Command Alt M will prevent the artboards without the bleed edges. Ooh, Command. Is that Alt or Command Alt M? I think I'm using the wrong one. I don't think I have Alt because I'm on a Mac, so I'll have to figure that one out. But that is a really helpful tool to know. So just if you jumped in the stream or you're catching the end of it, we've been building out some really fun planners for either your recipe, your grocery list, or your meal prep. There is a link in the bio for this video that is going to have the assets for this, which are some of the illustrations here. And then we spent our time together building out the rest of these. So we have like a 4x6, a 4x8, and an 8.5x11. So those are all really like friendly printer or at home printing friendly. So if you want to use these and create your own, definitely do so. Tag at me at Emily Poulin and at Adobe Live. And so that way we can see what you're making. So if you are planning your meals, you're tracking your water, you're sharing recipe cards with your friends and family, this is a really great place to start. And I hope you enjoyed working with me. Again, Emily Poulin on Instagram and on just the internet in general. So if you want to connect, ask me any questions, I'm definitely around. So just let me know. But thank you so much for hanging out, chat. You were super helpful for spell check and ideas and just really great to hang out with. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys have a great weekend or whatever day of the week you're watching this. And thank you so much for joining. I'll finish this out until we're good to go, but really appreciate you guys all joining. So thank you so much.